Safe and worry-free. That's what Senior Helpers is hoping to make their residents feel. I paid them a visit to see how their staff, their technology, and their care is making our community a better one. Take a look. Michelle, help us understand, what is Senior Helpers?
Senior Helpers is a home caregiving company, non-medical, and our ultimate goal is to keep people aging in place safely and independently as they can be.
Okay, and tell us about Life Profile. What is that?
Life Profile is a tool that I use when I go out to my client's home to assess 144 safety risks and also 13 key indicators such as how mobile are they, meal preparations, bath aid, laundry, light housekeeping, all those things that we can do for them that will make a difference in keeping them independent.
Okay, and we are here in Virginia in Roy's home, and I understand that you guys have used Senior Helpers as well. So help us understand how you've been able to help increase Roy's safety score.
Oh, well, when we first met Roy and Virginia, they actually were both in the hospital with COVID and AFib and all kinds of crazy things going on. And so, you know, we just jumped right on in and made sure that he had a wheelchair here, and now he no longer needs that. We made sure that there was a bed alarm for him. That way the caregivers could hear him if he got up in the middle of the night.
This is the part that goes underneath the sheet, and you keep it up to the shoulder level, and if he rolls off of this or sits up, that piece of equipment will go off, and that will relieve. In other words, I can be sound asleep and not know he's moving, and when he does move, then it wakes me up and I don't have to worry.
We've made sure that we've got caregivers that can do the meal preparations, the light housekeeping, and laundry for them.
Everyone is different. This is not, you know, producing items on an assembly line. Your care plan will be different than his. Roy's care plan will be different than Virginia's. And that care plan is tailored to you to reduce your risk in the most optimal way.
Okay, and Virginia, tell us, you know, all of these amazing services that they've provided for you, what does that mean to you?
That we could stay here in our home instead of having to move on to the next step and becoming independent again. Totally.
So would you say they've helped really improve your quality of life?
Definitely, yes, because otherwise we could just be sitting here, or we could be in a memory care unit.
What we want to do is reduce your risk for hospital admissions. I was a hospital nurse. Hospitals are wonderful places, but you don't want to be there for an unplanned admission, especially over 70 years of age, 60 years of age. So if we can modify your life in such that we can reduce that admission number, then you can stay in your own home longer and have a more independent, higher quality of life. But you know, the reality is if you're doing a really good job with this, a lot of people are going to need you less, and that's okay. That means I did the right thing, because Roy went from 24/7 when he was in his worst shape to 8 hours a day. You know, we actually reduced the financial burden on the family by increasing his quality of life, and that's okay because we have other clients that we can help.
So would you say it's really kind of changed your standard of living?
Totally, yes, and being able to move into a facility like this where you can have your independence.
Yeah, and I imagine you have a great social circle here and just a wonderful quality of life. And now that you have an improved safety score, you have a lot of independence, what's next for you?
Well, Roy had to learn to redo a lot of things. And it doesn't come from memory, it comes from practice. So he needed to learn to climb steps before we could go back and visit our home.
And where is home?
American Falls, Idaho.
And so now you're finally going to go back
We're
home.
going back on August the 5th.
What does that mean to you to be able to do that, though?
Makes him happy.
Makes him happy, yeah.
Yeah.
And Michelle, where can people go to learn more about Senior Helpers?
They can Google our website. We're Senior Helpers of Treasure Valley, or they can call us at 208-947-4045.
Wonderful. Thank you again so much, Virginia and Roy, allowing us to be here in your lovely home.
You're welcome.